On the weekly Dave Bike Coaches Show, I'm here with Coach Bike. And split last weekend, Coach, at home. You guys picked up your first win at home in the Northeast Conference. We had talked about that previously, but a big win in beating Robert Morris, two-time defending champion. Had your best offensive day of the year, shot 61%, and another big day at the free throw line. So just give us a quick synopsis of your thoughts from that game last Saturday.
Well, before even going to that one, the St. Francis game we played pretty well too. Yeah. Except they played better. You know, if you just looked at our box score, you say, "Wow, we should have won." You know, but we didn't hold them down. Anyway, we were on all cylinders at the Robert Morris game, and I thought we established rebounding early. I was pleased that we went after the ball and as a group, and that helped us. I mean, we were right in the game right from the beginning, and we played well throughout.
Big player for you that day was junior Nick Greenbacher, who just about doubled his career average, career high. He had 17 points, and you know I talked with him after the game in the post-game interview, and he kind of laughed and chuckled and said, you know, 3 threes, that's ridiculous, you know. But what he did say was that's really not his game. That kind of was just, you know, one of those things that happens kind of thing. That you know, he kind of found some shots and made them. But his game is really about the little things, you know, rebounding, loose balls. You know, what does that mean to hear that from a player like him who can have a day like 17 points, but really is focused on the small parts of the game that are so important?
Well, I think he's a consummate team player. I think he'll try to do whatever we ask him to do to try to win, you know, within his means. And I might disagree with him a little bit. I think that he's supposed to be able to make those shots. You know, he has a pretty good touch and stuff like that. So I'm not offended by him shooting from the outside at all, and I really appreciate when he makes it. But he does go out of his way to do the little things, like he said, to screen, to try to help out on defense, to try to keep the morale up. And I guess the best way to say he's a consummate team player.
Talk about your point guard's play. He had 15 assists. That's a Division I record here at Sacred Heart, and just a few off the school record. But you know, this year, well, the other day, 21 assists was the season high. But this year, it's been kind of spread out. He's averaged, I think, in the top 10 in assists. But that game specifically, he took kind of a step back scoring. All his points came at the free throw line, but really distributed the basketball well. I know we've talked about him a few times this year, but again, just talk about his play that day and the ability to dish out 15 assists.
Well, I think that, you know, if you take 15 assists is an accomplishment no matter what you're doing, but everything is relative to the team's play, and I think that we were scoring, and he was helping us score with those assists, and the object is to get more points than the other team. So I think Jarrell, throughout Jarrell's career, he's done all the things to help us win games. He's won a game with a rebound or two. He's won a game with deflection or a charge, you know, and making some key shots and stuff like that. So he has the ability to help us in different ways, and as long as guys are helping and not hurting, we're in pretty good shape.
All right, Coach. You kind of getting close to that stretch run at that point in the season. You guys have 4 wins in the conference, in essentially 10th place right now, but just a game really out of a 5th place tie with the rest of the field. So you're right there in terms of competing, you know, for a tournament spot. What does this team have to do here going forward the rest of this season to challenge for a spot in the playoff?
Well, I challenged the guys yesterday in practice and said that if we're satisfied with what we've done so far, then let's celebrate. But you know, we tried starting last April to, you know, turn it up a couple notches and stuff like that. I think throughout we have. And there's no doubt that now is the time that we have to definitely turn it up a notch or two. You know, winning is the only way you're going to be able to help yourself. You're not going to be able to back in where we are right now. So we need to put together a few wins, and when we're on all cylinders, we're pretty good. You know, when we're not doing everything, we're not so good.
All right, Coach. 2 games on the road at Brooklyn this week, at First Place Long Island Thursday night, and at St. Francis on Saturday. We'll talk to you again next week as we get ready for NEC Rivalry Week. Thanks for the time.
Okay, Bill. Thank you.